If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.
Hello, and welcome to John Connors Live. John Connors Live. Let me turn my reverb off. Okay, there we go. So welcome to the show. You know what? It's like I had the mic there, and I was super excited because you could see the amp that I'm featuring beautifully in the screen. And then I was like, okay, let's put the mic where I. How about that? Let's do that. There we go. We're making the space work. We're making it work. So make sure you say, hey, we are live. It's 8:31 Eastern time. We're live from Connor's Music in Keswick, Ontario, where we are imminently about to have our big event, the Music in the Streets Festival this Saturday. So if you're in the greater Georgina area this Saturday, June 22nd, starting opening ceremonies around 9:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. There'll be free live music featuring our students as the primary headliners of the day. So make sure you come on out. And music of all types too. So you can just wander around and take it all in. But we do have sorry. Hot off the press. And just on the other side of this cable, so it was dangerous to get to. The Music in the Streets program featuring some really good looking people here. On this is my daughters here, Abby and Felicity, and then that's me, of course, in my annual Tilly. No, I wear it like any sunny day. I'm wearing it basically. And then over here we have Matt Goodman of the Brothers Good with his daughter, and there's Ryan. Oh no, on this side, Ryan, who is going to be doing a ton of playing this year. He's got 30 of his students performing. He's performing with them all, and then he's also got his band Atlas playing in the bandstand at 4:30. So we should have Ryan come and guest on the show. Throw in the comments if you think we should get Ryan Boyd, who teaches here at Connor's Music, to come and guest on John Connors Live sometime coming up. Yeah, I think he plays hockey on Wednesday night, so that's why we haven't been able to coordinate that yet. Anyways, okay, I'm going to jump to a comment, and then I'm going to tell you about tonight's show. All right, so first up, Lash says, I get my back tooth pulled tomorrow. You're excited about it, Yahoo? Cool. Okay, congrats. You know, if it needs to get done, it needs to get done. And already we have a comment that says, get Ryan on the show from another musician who will be performing at the Music in the Streets Festival. Curtis, you can catch him along with Rachel at noon at the Caboose stage. And don't forget when you get your program to see the back panel with 4 more stages featuring a lot of local artists, which is super awesome. If you look up zap.stream and stream there, I'll send you small Bitcoin donations via Lightning. Awesome, Greg. Thank you so much. I wouldn't know what to do with Bitcoin donations. There's certain things I would consider myself pretty knowledgeable about. I feel comfortable talking about sports, whether it be hockey, CFL football, a little bit of baseball. But Bitcoin, not so much. And I think we use StreamYard. We're very happy with the platform, and that allows us to stream live to 3 locations, 3 locations at a time. So that includes the Connors Music Facebook page, the Connors Music YouTube channel, and our Connors Music Twitter feed. I'll still call it that. I've had this chat a few times here on the live stream that I still call it Skydome. I'm still calling it Twitter. You keep it and pay your taxes in Innisfil. There you go. So thank you for all that, Craig. I appreciate that. So I'm just going to turn the volume down on my cell phone there because that was not professional. That was not John Connors ready for a live stream. So in other news, last week, John Connors in third person, myself and my brother Dave did sound at the Briars for a special small intimate concert featuring some incredible artists, JP Cormier and Dave Gunning. They were both great people, great musicians, great performers. It was an incredible show. And JP and I got to chatting a little bit after about uh, YouTube and shows. And he has a YouTube channel that's very successful. And when we chatted about it, he was saying that he features a lot of products on his channel. And so, yeah, so that was JP Cormier. Um, he A lot of the products are stuff that we sell already at Connor's Music. So he was gonna give us a shout out, which I haven't had a chance to go watch yet. But I thought what I would do is post his YouTube channel in the comments. So don't do it yet because we're live. We're having a moment together, you and me. But after the show, go check out JP Cormier's YouTube channel. And if you do so, make sure you throw in the comments, hey, just found you via John Connors Live. Now he has 30, 35,000 subscribers. So I'm sure more people are going to find us from JP than people are going to find JP from us. But when you get these cool encounters, you want to share it, right? So and his music and his guitar playing is absolutely phenomenal. So you got to check it out. And Dave Gunning, again, great guy. He doesn't have the YouTube channel, but if you get a chance to see the duo perform, make sure you do so. And Curtis adds, JP has an awesome YouTube channel. It's so cool that you guys work together. So there you go. They were super, super amazing. All right. So on the show today, we have in the background the volunteers meeting for music in the streets, and I've got the shirt hanging in the background. I probably should have put it like here instead, but whatever. I'll get better at it. And so if you hear some ruckus, that's the volunteers getting organized for this Saturday. We also have a new guitar amp. They do other amps too, but mostly guitar amp line. It's called Blackstar Amplification, new at Connor's Music. So I did a stack of them. Here, I'm going to move to the side so you can see my display. See that? And then like here, look at the stack of Blackstar amps that have arrived here at Connor's Music. And so they feature what I'm excited about because we got a lot of students. They got nice, small, quality practice amps. They call them the debut, which a lot of our students are going to have their debut performance at Music in the Streets this Saturday. And so it's a great way to get started with an amp that's going to sound great, be reliable, and give you the tones you're looking for. But also, they have a line of amps called the ID Core amps, which is what I'm going to demo here. And what I'm digging about it is, although other modeling amps are available through Connor's Music, we found there was a little vacancy in the nice portable, but not too small. So not mini, not big, just that mid size, which is often what we're looking for a little practice space at home with some cool effects in it. So we're going to play around with the Blackstar ID Core Stereo 10. And then there's a bigger brother that's just that little bit bigger, the ID Core Stereo 20, which we also have in stock. So we're going to have some fun with that. We're going to play some tunes. And then if you have any questions about the amp line or Music in the Streets, make sure you throw it in the comment section so that I can respond to them. All right. I think what I'm going to do, I haven't had a ton of time. I used it for my lessons this week, but I haven't had a ton of time to play around with the amp. So we're going to look together for a tone that would do 90s pop punk. I didn't pick that randomly. I picked that because I found a song that I wanted to do, and I thought, okay, I got to be able to find a good tight distortion punk tone. So we're going to try that. Now, to hear it at home, what I've done is I've taken the headphone amp out. That's what this cable is. Run it in through my Personas interface. And of course, I've got my vocal mic. Now, this one, you'll see, I'm going to bring it right to the screen. It's been around the block. So this is an Apex 381 vocal mic, dynamic mic. And I still am impressed with it for the price. That it does a great job. It's very present, and I'm actually digging it over the mic I used last week, which is the Sennheiser. but it's been replaced now, the Apex, with a new version of it called the 385, which has a chrome grill instead. It still has the neodymium magnet dynamic cartridge. It's still a cardioid polar pattern. It does have reduced handling noise, so like that's not too bad as far as like when you're moving around with that mic, it's not going to make too much noise. So it's great for live applications at $100. So that's something I wanted to bring to your attention because I'm using the old version of it, but the new version looks nice and new and sounds a lot like this too. All right, pop punk. We're looking for it. The only thing that I did that was like not great is I was so excited to get the amp like elevated so you could see it, but now the tone, all the controls are on top, so I got to be like this. Okay, so we're gonna start with. Well, we're gonna start with clean warm. Okay, now that's not gonna be probably my pop punk tone. So that's just a clean warm tone. I've got the gain up a little bit because I was already playing with it, and the EQ sitting in the higher range, and the volume kind of up on the amp. Now the volume will be hard to perceive at home because it's going through the interface, and I've got a volume set on that as well. So, but you know, if I turn up, it'll go up stuff. Okay, so that's not our pop punk tone. Okay, so next setting, and it's literally a dial right here. I'm just turning, which I love these modeling amps where there's effects and cool sounds, and we can do a lot with them, but they're not like, okay, now let's take a computer course for 6 months before we can go and do anything with it. I've spent while teaching time with this. That's it. This is called Clean Bright. So you can start to hear a bit of grit coming in. It's very bright. I'm on the bridge pickup right now, so if that's on my neck pickup on a single coil. So that's pretty sweet, but not our pop punk tone. Although Chris says that sounds wicked, John. So let's try a little crunch. The next setting is crunch. So let's see if this is going to give us what we're looking for. I like how you can hear the amp really responding to my pickup choices. I don't know, you know, I just find sometimes with the modeling amps, it's like they do so much that they don't respond naturally to the guitar. This clearly is doing that still, which I believe I've kind of heard that that's what they say they do, like that they're really function like analog amps, but have all these cool perks. That might do it. And then the question is, do we add reverb? I've got a button over here for reverb. I'm going to say no for this setting. We got delay. Oh, I dig delay. Like, you know, you just... We've got different settings on that. And level control. So maybe if I go to the lowest setting, and now it's quiet because I set the volume level low. So we'll leave that on. See how that does, okay? So I'm going to put my vocal reverb on. I'm going to do a tune, and then we'll go from there. And then definitely put in your comments and questions from there. Maybe a little more gain. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. There we go. All the small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift, your right best trip. Always, I know you'll be in my show, watching, waiting, commiserating.
Say it ain't so, I will not go till the lights off. Carry me home, na 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 na. Late night, come home, work sucks, I know. She left me roses by the stairs. Surprises, let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go till the lights off. Carry me home, na 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 na. Say it ain't so, I will not go till the lights off. Carry me home, keep your head still, I'll be your friend. Never go on a little windmill. Say it ain't so, I will not go till the lights off. Carry me home, keep your head still, I'll be your friend. And I will go on, and I will go on a little windmill.
All right, so that's kind of fun there. Whew. Yeah, a lot of tone into that. All right, so the other tune I kind of prepped here, and then I'll let you start your wheels turning now on options. Sorry, that I'm recycling Chris's earlier comment. Like, sounds wicked. Oh, it still sounds wicked. So the other song I prepped, I already kind of found an overdrive setting I liked. And then I've got it open so we can, you can throw a song idea at me or a tone that you want to hear on the guitar, and we'll try to pick something else to do before we call it a night here. So again, Blackstar amplification now at Connor's Music. I'm going to go pull up. I'm going to pull up a tone here for this. There we go. So all I did was pick overdrive 1. Then I noticed with the reverb button, you can hold it down. You get different color settings, which changes. You can hear it there. And then there's 4 different settings. You can pick from that. And then the level control. So a lot of control. So you're not like stuck with some preset. And I think I've got a tone here that's going to work. So let's give this a shot. Hey, Dan.
Watch the band through a bunch of dancers. Quickly follow the unknown with something familiar. Quickly, something familiar. Courage, my word, it didn't come, it doesn't matter. Sleepwalk, so fast asleep. in a motel that has a lay of home and peace song, all of your background and peace song, all your surroundings. Courage, my word, didn't come, it doesn't matter. Courage, couldn't come at a worse time. There's no simple explanation for anything important like any of us do. And yeah, the human tragedy consists in the necessity of living with the consequences under pressure, under pressure. Courage, my word, didn't come, it doesn't matter. Courage, my word, didn't come, it doesn't matter. Courage, your word, didn't come, it doesn't matter. Courage, it could have come at a worse time.
There we go. There we go. Courage. Takes courage to get out there. Like all our students are going to do this Saturday at the Music in the Streets Festival. And I should add, like, you know, it's really cool. The people commenting, a lot of them are performers this Saturday. So, for example, like Dan DeMarco, you can check his band out at Noble House. His group is called Four Play, like the number four and then play. Not for any double entendres at all, but only because there's four of them in the band and they play music together. And you can find them at the Noble House starting at 2:30. So make sure you make your way over there. And Chris Goche is coming up. He got the only spot on the schedule. Like we just put his name in there. Why am I trying to show you? I'm just going to tell you. So he's going to be at the general store starting at 4:15. But we do have Nigel from D'Addario confirmed to come and play bass and jam. And I'm going to join them. So the three of us are going to make some tunes to wrap up the general store stage. So how's that? You are welcome, Dan. Happy to spread the word. I was going to, anybody who comments, so if you're performing at Music in the Streets and you're watching the show and you haven't commented yet, just say, hey, I'll see your name and I'll tell people where you're going to be playing and you'll have a bigger audience. Isn't that what it's all about? Or don't tell anyone because I want just a small audience and I won't say where you're playing, and that's fine too. So there you have it. So we got some time for one more tune, I would say. And again, there's one more thing I had to show you. I almost forgot. This happened. Actually, most shows I forget to show or talk about something that I was going to tell you about or show you. So what I should have is like a producer and an itinerary, like a show program planned out. I should have that. But I make like a sketch and then I just come at the show and do it. Much like a Connors Brothers performance. Oh, on that note, you'll be able to catch the Connors brothers at Music in the Streets. We're going to do a short set because after that, Joe has to go with his students for like a chunk of the day. I've got to go with my students for a chunk of the day. So we're only going to be at the bandstand from 9:45 till 10 a.m. But the opening ceremonies is at 9:30. So come at 9:30 in the morning and enjoy the whole day. And so join us for the opening ceremonies and a short Connors Brothers set there at the bandstand. Okay, so the thing I was going to show you, Blackstar, I mentioned they're filling the gap for us for these nice mid-size, awesome sounding amps at great prices. I didn't tell you the prices yet, but I'll put a link in shortly from our website to the new Blackstar Amps section that you can check out. I'll put that up in a second. That section up in a second. Because you could go, for example, connorsmusic.ca shop, and you can search by guitars, accessories, drums, whatever. But there's also a section we have called Shop by Brands. And if I did it right, which I did, there's a Blackstar section featuring our opening arrivals that have gotten here so far, which again, like I said, is the debut. They have a 10 watt and a 15 watt. We have both in stock in super cool colors too. I don't know. Maybe it seems like a funny thing to make a big deal about, but the amp is going to be in your room. It's going to be in your living room, or it's going to be in your music room. And we work hard to decorate these spaces. Isn't it cool if you can put a nice looking amp in there? So although the black and silver, nothing wrong with that, but maybe that's not going to go with your motif. So maybe like something kind of vintagey like this might be the cooler thing. So here's the link for the opening pieces here at Connor's Music coming up. And in there is this guy. It's called the Fly. Okay. It's a mini amp. It's tiny. It's 3-watt mini amp. And it can be battery or DC powered. Batteries are not included, but you can connect it that way. It's got clean and overdrive, which you've heard from this guy. So it's the mini version of clean and overdrive. And a digital tape delay. You heard the delay and how much I love that. And so you get some true Blackstar. They said the 3-inch speaker driver deliver true Blackstar tones. So the same great tones you're hearing, basically the mini version of it. And you can connect with Bluetooth to it to play your tunes through it. So, you can take your phone, connect Bluetooth, put on a song and jam along. Maybe you could watch John Connors live on YouTube, connect to the Blackstar Fly via Bluetooth. And then when I'm doing a tune, jam with me. And if you did that, make sure you put in the comments, hey, I'm jamming with you right now. Because wouldn't that be cool? I loved when I've heard comments like, I'm in my living room watching on the big screen TV, or my kids are dancing right now to the tunes you're playing. That kind of stuff. It's just a great joy to hear that it's being enjoyed on your end as well. So that's the Fly. So now I've told you about the ID Core Stereo 10. That's the one we've been using today. The bigger brother, the 20. There's also the debut 50R, which is the big brother. This is an amp that you could definitely take into a jam space with drums and everything. It's 50 watts. It's got reverb. So the specs are at that link. All right. So what tone do you want to hear? What song do you want to hear? Give me a quick request, because otherwise we're wrapping up tonight. And usually I do 3 songs. So let's get one more in here. Come on, people. Don't be shy. Come on, Dan. Give me something you want to hear. I'm quickly scanning for something I haven't done in a little bit here. See, Dan can't make the comment of what song he wants to listen to because he's over checking out the amps on the website. I should have waited to put the link up a little bit later. Right? Okay. I got another class. Oh, okay. Friends in Low Places. I got friends in low places. I'll do my best. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Let's find I think a clean tone. Not that. Because you don't want. That's not the right. Yeah, I did ask. So you don't really want to hear it because that's a weird choice for an amp demo. delay on. Oh, I want to put the level up so you can really hear it. That's more electric-y for sure. All right, I'm going to create controversy on John Connors Live. This is not an opinion shared by Connors Music, nor the other people that are employed here. This is just my personal opinion. So therefore, you cannot hold the business accountable for what I'm about to say. I don't really like Pink Floyd. There you go. Okay, put in the comment. Oh, I can't believe he said that. He's crazy. He should know. It's just, I find it's like ambiently tuned. It's a little bit too chorusy. You know, the songwriting isn't bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not talented. It's two different things. It's just like literally if I'm driving and I'm listening to the radio and Pink Floyd comes on, I go, change the station. That's how I started to realize, oh, he did know. You were just trying to stir up something. You were trying to stir up some controversy. Well, you did it, Dan. And so people are now going to be sharing this live stream just going like, can't believe John Connors says he doesn't like Pink Floyd. So here he is just laughing away and having a good time. All right. I really thought you were gonna say something. Somebody was gonna say something, I would do it. That usually happens. Here I am now trying to find something. Anything Beatles. Okay, all right. Anything Beatles, he says. Okay, let's go to the Beatles section. Because yeah, I could do there's a good riff one there. Beatles. Yeah, let's play it. Let's play it this way. That's fun. Okay. All right. I got one here. No, I picked a tune. Dan, you said anything Beatles. So get back to listening. But that's too much delay. So we're gonna have to tweak the tone here. So let's get rid of the delay, I think. Let's try this. We want reverb still. Let's try a different one. That's kind of fun, right? Now the overdrive, let's try a different one. So that's overdrive 2. I'm going to take the gain down a little bit and the volume up. It's very interesting, like as you sweep it, gain control, no gain. I'm also going to give it a little space on my interface just so you can hear this amp nice and loud here. Not that loud. It's pretty spacey reverb now that I got the volume up. I'm getting picky. How's that? Do we like that? Dan says, okay. I think that might have been to something else. Okay. Good reason. All right, here we go. Dan says that's good, so let's do the tune. And thanks again for tuning into John Connors Live tonight for the launch of Blackstar Amps. There we go. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out now. Got a good reason for taking the easy way out now. She was a day tripper
I found out. She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there now. She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. I found out. Tried to please her. She only played one night stands now. Tried to please her. She only played one night stands now. She was a day tripper, one-way ticket, yeah. She took me so long to find out. I found out.
There we go. Thanks, Dan, for the recommendations there, the suggestions, the comments, and the poking of the controversial topics. I appreciate it. That was a little day tripper. And one thing I do want to kind of point out, again, back to the topic of this amp responding really well to the guitar. This is my Ibanez AZ. This exact model is discontinued, but they do still make a really great AZ, and we have the AZ standards in stock too. So that's pretty cool. But the when I'm on the bridge pickup, I really got that lead tone from the amp. And then when I went to my neck single, nice warm rhythm. So I just wanted to show that off a little bit, that everything was from the guitar. There's no man behind the curtain there creating those sounds. It was all done that way. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the little demo of the Blackstar ID Core and the announcement of the new amps. I hope you're all excited about the Music in the Streets Festival this Saturday, June 22nd at the Georgina Pioneer Village. Thanks for your comments and questions. That's another John Connors Live. Have a great night. Stay well.